Hey there, Tenno. I'm Shadow Scythe, and today we're going to be doing a fashion-forward outlook on my new Loka-styled Nyx Prime. Now, as you can see, I'm pretty much fully decked out in as close to new Loka colors as I could possibly get, as well as armed with all of the new Loka weapons. So what I will do is launch a mission. You guys can see how it flows through battle. And then from there on, I will show you guys the actual color scheme. And man, that delay needs to be shorter. I mean, going into a relay by yourself, why is it on a freaking 10-second delay? Anyway, let me get up here to Maru, so that I can do the Iatan alert. Looking for Iatan treasures. For some reason the audio files are ridiculously fucking broken. And once again, the gigantic fucking delay. Why? Why is it so long? Finally.
Okay, the Iatan treasure's marked on your map. Time to go to work.
Well, of course. Shit.
Across an Oregon codex that said this tower was known for its beautiful Iatan treasures. Unfortunately for you, it was also known for its deadly security apparatus.
You don't say, Maru. Okay, let's reload this. Not too worried about energy because I don't plan on spamming my abilities. Of course, there's also not too many enemies running through here. Ooh, crap. I love the delayed reaction on those. Shit. Oh, hey, that's rare that I get a star in this room anymore. Okay, which one is it? Oh, it's this ugly piece of shit. Well, I actually already have the scan for it, so...
That's what we came here for. Your job's done!
Let me just gather these. And then we will GTFO. Just wipe them all out. Missed. Alright, but there you guys got to see just how well this flows through battle itself. Now obviously, if you guys decide to use this, you may end up using it on anything more so than a simple Iatan run. So without further ado, let me just get right back to the ship and run down to the arsenal and give you guys the full rundown of the loadout itself. As I've stated before, for the full Syndicate style loadout, you're going to need all 3 Syndicate weapons. Then I am using Nyx Prime. Well, actually, to get this exact look, you will not be able to do it unless you have Nyx Prime. However, not build. We aren't doing a locked and loaded video. Anyway, as far as the colors and everything, we are using the Nyx Prime helmet with the Nyx Athena skin. Do note that you want your Prime details toggled on, because if you have them toggled off, that's the look you get, and although it's not bad, it's just a lot crisper and it looks a lot nicer with the Prime details on. Now I'm using the Titania Noble animation set. This is the one that I personally prefer to use for this particular style. However, it might not suit you, so as far as the animations, guys are free to use whatever you want, because that is primarily just whatever suits your fancy. Attachments, I am actually using the full Nadina armor set, because out of all the armor sets, this one pretty much just screams new Loka, because it's got the elegant contours and it's pretty nature-esque inspired. And when they unveiled the armor set itself, they actually intentionally released it with colors matching that of Titania. And Titania, as you know, you could not get her other than through the market or by doing the Silver Grove quest line through the new Loka. But it's using the same colors as the armor, or as the primary. Now obviously the Sancti Sandana, because of it being the new Loka build set. I am not using a new Loka sigil, however. Not because I don't have it. I actually, at one point, was max rank with the new Loka. I have since switched my Syndicate allegiances. However, I am not using one just to not take away from the Syndicates that I'm currently running with. You guys, however, are... because as far as that goes, you guys can use whatever you want. So I may put one on there that still builds towards my own Syndicates, but whatever. Anyway, as far as the colors at bay, I am actually using this dark green out of the Halloween pack, because it is the closest one I could find that matches this deep dark green on the Sancti Tigris itself. Now then, the secondary and tertiary colors are pretty much this color right here out of the Shamrock, and this color as well, because all they are 2 different hues of the same color, but it's such a pale yellowish orange that it almost looks like a sun-bleached white, which I thought looked really cool, and it pretty much matches the barrel and stock of the Sancti Tigris itself. Accents, I am using this color, almost like it's an orange out of the Storm palette, but when used on metallics, it almost looks copper, and it matches that copper tone on the Sancti Tigris, which was the whole point that I was going for.
A fearsome appearance.
And then as far as energy, I'm actually using my regular orangish rose gold color, just because I felt that's what actually matched, or came close to matching. And overall, I think it just blends in really well with the general style of things. Now, as far as the actual regalia that I am using, as I said before, I'm currently not using a chest sigil. My back sigil, I am actually using the Awakened Luna sigil, which colored black, alpha turned down, so it's just barely noticeable. But that's my own personal preference with most sigils, is I like them being barely noticeable to where you either have to look for it in broad daylight or you're not going to see it unless it's like dark as shit. And then I'm using the 70 Sekira, which the only way you can actually get this is by doing the Law of Retribution raid. And I am using it on both shoulders just because the whole thing, yes, the Law of Retribution raid was kind of the Tenno seeking revenge against Vahek for blowing up some of the relays. However, the overall design for this, it seems pretty down to earth and almost something like what the new Loka would create themselves. That was the whole point as to why I picked that. And as you can see, this overall look blends together really well, and that's something that I really wanted. And I've played around with this a little bit, because when I first did this color scheme months ago, I was using the Ito chest plate and the I was using the leg plates from the armor set that came with Loki's deluxe skin. I don't even remember what they're called. And then I was using the Targus Prime shoulder pads. However, I've since swapped all of those out because because this just looks a lot nicer and it's a little more form-fitting. And then the one thing that I wasn't expecting that I don't think happens with all the other Warframes, or it might, is this extra little piece right here for the one leg guard. Because that almost reminds me of how the Dendara leg guard, it's like 2 pieces on this leg and 1 piece here. It's practically the same thing with this armor set, it's just flip-flopped on which leg has the additional piece. I'd have to double check that to be sure, and actually before I close the video out, why don't I just go ahead and do that. Oh, yeah, that is unanimous across all frames, okay. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you liked it for whatever reason, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and don't be afraid to give a shout out to your friends. If you didn't, there are plenty of other videos on my channel for different segments that I'm sure you guys will like. So be sure to give those a look. You can follow me on Twitter and player.me for any news related to YouTube, Twitch, or any little bits of IRL that I decide to share. And you can also subscribe to me on GameWisp if you guys would like to support the channel and its endeavors. That will support both the YouTube and Twitch channels simultaneously. There is no separate thing for either one, so the one subscription supports both. If you guys choose to do so, it is greatly appreciated, but it is not required, so don't feel pressured into doing it. And until next time, Tenno, stick to the shadows.